Hallmarking is all about guaranteeing quality, and it's our experience that allows us to do that, combined with our knowledge and our position in the trade.
We do it right. The simple reason is we're still the main office that is applying all the working parts of the hallmark to give pieces of, especially silverware, full provenance to maker, to standard, to Goldsmiths Hall and to the period that it's actually manufactured, because that provenance is obviously the most important.
Things that come to mind when I think of the London Assay office: quality, history. It has a certain prestige. It's also where hallmarking began. It's the oldest hallmarking office in the country.
So the Assay office operates from the Goldsmiths Hall, where it's operated since 1478. Hallmarking and sampling has been carried out on this site for just over 600 years. The birth of the word hallmark belongs to the process of artisans bringing their work to the worshipful company of Goldsmiths Hall on this site in that period. So the birth of the word hallmark comes from that period, 1478.
We have the main office here at the Hall, and we have a sub-office down at Greville Street in Hatton Garden. We then have an office at Heathrow, which is all the items that come direct from abroad and off the planes and stuff like that.
We're based in Greville Street, just off of Hatton Garden, which is the world's most famous jewellery quarter. We also serve, obviously, all of the workshops in Hatton Garden and a lot of the stores that are based in Bond Street.
One of the big focuses for us now, of course, is using technology to help our customers work with us, and we want to make that working with us as pain-free as possible. So we've invested quite a large amount in our website, so customers can manage their account online, pay for their packets, store their payment details. And now you can even submit your packet online.
Speed of service is massively important. The way the trade has changed over the years in that the internet has had a massive impact. You know, you can order something on the internet and get it delivered next day, so the trade obviously has to keep up with that.
We also invest in technology when it comes to the testing and the marking side of things.
So for instance, sampling, we used to always touch stone tests, whereas now we do use a lot of the XRF machines, and also instead of just traditional stamp marks, we've now got laser marking, which we are still moving forward with today.
We reckon we're marking about 50% of the work on lasers. So with technology development on that side of things is, again, very important.
So across 5 sites, we're hallmarking approximately between 5,000 and 7,000 articles a day. So it's important that we get that right. And that comes through the training of our employees. The process of the training makes our guys the most skilled in the industry. So that's the important part, because obviously they're handling it and they're custodians for a very short period of time over somebody's remarkable work of art.
Most of the things that we do hallmark here is jewellery, but we do occasionally get some big trophies in, which are always quite fun to mark. When we're tooling up something really big and we're like all sort of gathered around, someone's holding it, it is quite difficult to actually mark something, and sometimes they want a massive mark, like a 6mm mark. So they're always quite fun to do. Every piece has got to be treated the same, so we put the same time and effort into each piece individually, instead of trying to think of the pressure of this one's more expensive than this one.
We handle millions of items per year, and it's very important to us and our customers that we are consistent in our outcomes, so that the right hallmarks are applied to the right pieces. And quality management is all about that process, so making sure staff are trained adequately, that that training is checked at regular intervals, that we audit our processes, so somebody from another department will come and have a look, make sure things are done properly, that all our machines are calibrated, our balances weighed correctly. So the whole thing is quality management, making sure we maintain the high standards that we set for ourselves.
So one of the most important aspects of the job is understanding the needs of the trade. Obviously being such a local office to the trade, we need to understand the requirements of the customers, sometimes before they even know what they require themselves.
Well, my favourite aspect in my job is to do hand and laser. I like swapping between the two teams because it just kind of, everything is so different, and it also keeps your hand in both skills.
My favourite part of the job is seeing a customer's face when they pick up their items and they're really pleased with that specific hallmark, the way we've done it, the service we've provided, and then to give us good feedback is obviously, it's nice to hear, and especially when it is about yourself is even better. So making the customers happy.
To me, the leopard head represents the combined experience of our staff and our knowledge that's gone into the testing and hallmarking of that item. And to the customer, it's a guarantee of quality.
It's all about tradition. It started here. We've been here since the 1300s. We do take a lot of extra care and effort into our work.
The leopard head for me is a traditional sign that it was assayed in the London Assay office, the original Assay office. So I think there's a lot of tradition behind that.
It's a big question. What does it mean? To me, it means, as I started off, education, provenance, training, history and future.
Every mark matters.
Every mark matters.
Every mark matters.
Every mark matters.